Good morning, friends. We are continuing with the Indian polity. Till now, we have understood a brief about the salient features of Indian Constitution, that it is a blend of rigidity and flexibility. You can say that it incorporates the features from the parliamentary system. Okay, then there are the features for that is federal model. So number of peculiar features our Indian Constitution have. We borrowed the structural, philosophical, political parts from the various sources. In this continuity, now let us try to understand the concepts of three organs of the government. That we have used the term trinity of the government. ठीक है, ट्रिनिटी का मतलब क्या था? लेजिस्लेचर, executive and judiciary. When we study the legislature, executive and judiciary, now we will take in the details कि जब लेजिस्लेचर पढ़ेंगे तो हम लोग यूनियन लेजिस्लेचर, स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर साथ में पढ़ेंगे, एग्जीक्यूटिव तो यूनियन एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड स्टेट एग्जीक्यूटिव साथ में पढ़ना है, जुडिशरी एक इंटीग्रेटेड अप्रोच अडॉप्ट करेंगे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट एंड द सबऑर्डिनेट कोर्ट्स. ओके, subordinate courts. So before to start our lecture about the legislature, executive and judiciary, I would like to share a information that is very important to all of you, that is the schedules about the Indian Constitution. When we say our constitution have how many schedules? There are 12 schedules. ठीक है? How to recall all those 12 schedules? So try to recall the keywords. Okay, let's share with you. So when we say the first schedule, okay, when we say the first schedule talks about simply the name of states and union territory. What? The name of states and union territories. Okay, it is given in first schedule. Then it is in the second schedule. What are they given? In the second schedule, basically it talks about the emoluments, allowances, privileges to various constitutional posts. So what is the keyword? The emoluments, allowances and privileges. Okay, and privileges. So you get these type of term, emoluments, allowances. Where it is given? It is in second schedule to constitutional post. Okay, याद रखना है. In the third schedule, what is given? Third schedule basically prescribe the form of oath or affirmation. मतलब कोई भी constitutional post before entering into the office उसको oath, शपथ लेना पड़ता है. ठीक है? So here basically किसकी बात करता है वो? Form. Okay? किससे respected है? Oath or affirmation. Oath और affirmations. शपथ लेना है simple terms में. Oath और affirmations. तो ये oath affirmation के लिए कौन सा prescribed form होगा? That is given in third schedule. Okay. Now in the fourth schedule, that is important. That is allocation of seats for states and union territory in Rajya Sabha. What is that? Allocation of seats for states, okay, or union territory. Where? At Rajya Sabha, at the rate Rajya Sabha. Okay, राज्य सभा में कितने सीट्स किस स्टेट को, यूनियन टेरिटरी को एलोकेट होंगे, all are given in where? Fourth schedule. Now fifth schedule and sixth schedule, these are important. Okay, fifth schedule and sixth schedule. Fifth schedule talks about administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Okay, what? Administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. ठीक है? Scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. We will take a separate lecture because this is a separate topic, but try to remember scheduled area जो scheduled tribe का administration किस schedule में mentioned है, 5th schedule. 6th schedule भी same है, administration and control of tribal area. Okay, what? Administration and control of ट्राइबल एरियाज. ट्राइबल एरियाज कौन से? 4 है, ट्रिक्स है, AMTM. ठीक है, असम, मेघालय, मिजोरम एंड त्रिपुरा. A फॉर असम, मेघालय, मिजोरम, T for त्रिपुरा एंड M for मिजोरम. ठीक है, तो AMTM is the tricks की administration and control of Mizoram. This is AMTM, basically tribal areas है, and that is given under 6th schedule. So 5th and 6th schedule about the administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribe, and this is for tribal areas in AMTM 6th schedule. Okay, now let's see the 7th schedule. So when we say 7th schedule, 7th schedule basically talks about list system. What? Now it talks about list system. How many lists are there? I hope याद होगा. How many lists? There are 3 lists. There is an exclusive list for union government, union list. There is an exclusive list for state government, state list. There is something called concurrent list. Okay, so union list, state list and concurrent list. Concurrent list में both can form, that is union government can also form a legislation and state government can also make a legislation. लेकिन conflict जब होता है तो कौन prevail करेगा? Union government. We have already seen this one. So list system is mentioned in 7th schedule. Now come to 8th schedule. So 8th schedule basically talks about what? The languages, the scheduled languages. Okay, याद रखेंगे क्या? Scheduled languages. How many scheduled languages are there, or simply called how many 8 scheduled languages are there? There are 22. How many languages? 22. ठीक है, इसमें से कुछ important addition है, we will write in the at the end of this lecture. Now 9th schedule basically talks about the land reforms. ठीक है, land reforms. 9th schedule talks about land reforms. 10th schedule, it talks about anti-defection law. Anti-defection law. Okay, so ये tricky है, कैसे? ट्रिपल L याद रखना है, 3L. What? This is 7th schedule. 7th schedule talks about list system. 8th schedule talks about languages, and 9th schedule talks about land reforms. ठीक है, so ये tricky है, 3L, that is 7, 8, 9. 10th is your anti-defection law. Then come to the 11th schedule. 11th schedule basically panchayati raj institution, and 12th schedule is your municipalities. ठीक है, 12th schedule is about municipalities. So these are the schedules. So I hope you can recall it. One go में recall करना है. Just like the first schedule talks about simply the name of the states and union territory. Second schedule talks about what? The emoluments allowances. Third schedule talks about the form, oath of affirmation. Fourth schedule and fifth schedule. Fourth schedule राज्य सभा से related है, what? Allocation of seats. Fifth schedule and sixth schedule ये किससे था? Administration and control. Fifth about scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Sixth about AMTM. ठीक है, then 7, 8, 9 तो easy है, 3L. 1 about list, 8 about language, 9th is about land reforms. 10th schedule what? Anti-defection. Okay, 11th schedule is your panchayati raj, and 12th schedule is about municipal. I hope you can recall by this flow. आपको भी इसी तरह याद रखना है. Now let's enter into today's lecture in a formal way, that we are entering into the discussion on legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay, so first beginning with legislature. First we will outline. Okay, so when we say legislature, legislature means the organ of the government which is responsible for legislation or law making. It means organ of government which is responsible for what? Legislation. Okay, which is responsible for legislation, that is law making. Okay, so when we say legislature, okay, before that, one, you should keep a note कि whenever say legislature, there is executive and there is judiciary. This is basically horizontal distribution of power. अभी ये नहीं समझना है कि एक legislature, executive, judiciary में एक दूसरे का कोई सुप्रीम होता है. Actually basically what? The horizontal distribution of power. What? We call it horizontal distribution of power. ठीक है, horizontal distribution of power, not the vertical distribution of power. यदि क्वेश्चन पूछता है then what is it? Horizontal distribution of what? Power, where each of the organ has a defined role. मतलब sphere of competency is defined, that is called separation of power. It is based on principle of separation of power, based on principle of separation of powers. Okay, ये याद रखने कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं कि legislature responsible for law making. This means primary function, sole function of law making is what? There is legislature. But we will see that in the executive domain there is also a provision for law making, that is called delegated legislation. There is a delegated legislation, and that is also called subordinate legislation. Delegated legislation or subordinate legislation. Okay, but law making किसका function है? Basically primarily legislature का. But delegated legislation कौन करता है? Executive. क्यों? For the sake of governance we will see. So basically इसका ये root नहीं है. Similarly we will see executive like ordinances. Okay, ordinance promulgate करेगा कौन? The president. It is a temporary law. Okay, so primary function of legislation is of legislature, but कहीं कहीं other members भी करते हैं. Okay, what is the main function of executive? Is the execution of the laws. What? Implementation of law. The executives are responsible for implementation. So organ of the government which is responsible for implementation of the legislation or law in letter and spirit. Implementation in what? In letter and spirit. ठीक है, ये टर्म यूज करते हैं हम लोग. इम्प्लीमेंटेशन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई भी अपने तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट कर देना है. एंड जुडिशरी इज कॉल्ड द प्रोटेक्टर ऑफ द फंडामेंटल राइट. मतलब ये व्हाट? जुडिशियल रिव्यू. So three organs: legislature, executive and judiciary. Now let's see the formal arrangement. So we have legislature. So legislature means there are central legislature, and state legislature. So in the central legislature is known as what? Parliament. Central legislature is known as parliament. And state legislature or state legislature, or in colloquial term assembly. In colloquial term क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Assembly. When we say parliament, तो parliament के कितने parts होते हैं? There are three parts. What? President. Okay, President of India. PREZ part है President का. Then there is upper house, that is called Rajya Sabha. and lower house, that is called Lok Sabha. So Parliament have three parts: President of India, upper house Rajya Sabha, lower house Lok Sabha. Similarly, the state assembly or state legislature have two houses. Number one, there is upper house, that is called Legislative Council, the Legislative Council, and lower house, that is called Legislative Assembly. Legislative Assembly. And there is a third part, that is governor. Okay, this model is called bicameral model, means bicameralism. मतलब जहां दो हाउसेस हो, अपर हाउस लोअर हाउस, तो क्या बोलते हैं? बाइकेमरलिज्म. स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर में भी क्या फॉलो होता है? बाइकेमरलिज्म. ओके, बाइकेमरलिज्म. बट इंडिया में यूनिकैमरल हाउसेस भी मिलते हैं. यूनिकैमरल का मतलब एक हाउसेस. ठीक है, तो स्टेट असेंबली कुड बी बाइकेमरल और यूनिकैमरल इन इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट. यूनिकैमरल का मतलब एक हाउस है. ठीक है, ओनली असेंबली, not council. So what is the structure of the legislature? So when we say the structure of legislature, so there is president, then Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, there is a Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. Similar to in Britain, there is called the crown and the House of Lords and House of Commons. House of Lords and House of Commons. So we call it the crown in Parliament is same as president in Parliament. In Britain it is called crown in Parliament is same as the president in Parliament in Indian context. So this is what the Indian context, and here it is British context. What is called crown in Parliament? In India it is called president in Parliament. But if we talk about US, in US president is not the part of the legislature. President is not the member of the legislature. Okay, US में क्या बोलते हैं पार्लियामेंट को? कांग्रेस. ठीक है, सो तीन चीज याद रखेंगे. क्या इंडिया में क्या बोला जाता है इसको? प्रेसिडेंट इन पार्लियामेंट, because president is an integral part of legislature. President in parliament. In Britain इसको क्या बोलते हैं? crown in parliament. crown king या queen दोनों में हो सकता है कोई भी. crown in parliament. ठीक है, but in US but president is not in Congress. So president is not the part of legislature, that is what? Congress. US में क्या बोलते हैं उसको? पार्लियामेंट को कांग्रेस. ठीक है, तो थ्री इंपॉर्टेंट चीज याद रखेंगे यहाँ से. Now let's move to the executive. We can classify it into the central executive and state executive. The central executive and state executive. The central executive includes what? Number one, the president, vice president, council of ministers, prime minister, attorney general of India, AGI. Okay, attorney general of India. So president, vice president, council of minister, prime minister and attorney general of India. This constitutes the central executive. So when we say state executive, it consists parallelly, याद रखेंगे, गवर्नर, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के इक्विवेलेंट कोई पोस्ट नहीं होता है, तो वाइस गवर्नर नहीं होगा, डू नॉट कंफ्यूज. सो इट इज गवर्नर, देन काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, देन चीफ मिनिस्टर, और यहाँ पर क्या होता है, एडवोकेट जनरल ऑफ स्टेट, एडवोकेट जनरल of state. We will take all these members and all the terms in a very detailed manner. So be passionate and try to understand the concept. Learn with me. So President, Vice President, Council of Ministers, Prime Minister, Attorney General constitute the central executive. Governor, Council of Ministers, Chief Ministers, and Advocate General of the state consist of state executive. Now let's move to judiciary. We have independent and integrated. ठीक है, independent and integrated. So this integrated judiciary, which includes a hierarchy of courts. What? The hierarchy is starting from the Supreme Court at the top, followed by high courts at the state level. Then there are subordinate courts. There are subordinate courts. So this is the structure of judiciary: Supreme Court, High Court, and subordinate courts. Okay, so let's have a recap of the things. Okay, there are the central executive, central legislature, then judiciary, state executive, state legislature, and this. So we will continue with our lectures in the next lecture, that is on union legislature, following the state legislature. So take care, goodbye for today, see you, and again meet with a new lecture. Thank you.